With the new feature, and I'm really excited about this, it's all about word of mouth is possibly, in my opinion, and in many people's opinion, one of the most powerful marketing things and ways available. But quite a few times, the other day, my dad asked me, hey, I bought this stupid paintbrush from Bunnings and it's not working. Where can I get good paint? Now, I've dealt with a guy that advised me about painting 18 months ago. Brilliant pricing, brilliant everything, and I forgot his name. I couldn't find his contact details, so all of a sudden, word of mouth from my end means nothing to him because I couldn't remember his information. And I thought, hang on. If I can, on my e-card, put a list of people that I've got personal experience with, that I can vouch for the quality of their work or their service, I'm happy to share that with anybody and everybody that gets my e-card. Also, if somebody that I've never met before inquires about anything that I can refer them to, guess what? An opportunity to give them my e-card. So that's why I added this My Connections. Now, we call it My Connections, but as you'll see shortly, you can change it to My Referrals, to anything you want to. The whole idea is that, first of all, more people will look at your e-card because you can actually give them connections and referrals that you personally vouch for, and they might have inquired about that service. The second thing is, and I think this is pretty cool, is when you do work for somebody, or you have a relationship with somebody, you can ask them, hey, do you mind if I include you in my referral system so I can refer your brilliant services and product to some of my customers? I mean, who would say no? The first thing they're going to ask is, but how are you going to do that? And you can show them, look at my e-card. You can show them, from my card, I'm going to add your name, and whoever looks at my card, they can go to my connections, and they can see all the people that I actually promote as doing great service. Now, you can easily toy around with it by clicking on service. It actually alphabetically lists the services. But here's the thing. Once I look at that and I say, oh, hang on, somebody asked about, let's say, a handyman. I say, gee, I've got Henry's details with me. Or if I forgot Henry's name, I can say, I've got a brilliant handyman's details with me. Here's my e-card. All the information is right there. They can call Henry from there, email him. They can even open his e-card if that person's got an e-card. I'll get back to this a little bit later. But at this point, because I believe you may not necessarily go through all your contacts all the time, but whoever uses that person and has your e-card can even rate them. I can say, hang on, how do I rate Henry's service? It's a star, a 5-star, 4-star, 3-star service. The moment you rate the service, all the ratings are combined and averaged out to give you an average rating. That way people can have a bit of an objective view also about, hey, what do other customers and people think about the service?
Yeah.
Okay, now I'll go into a bit of that later. The first thing though, you've got to set this up in your e-card. It does not display automatically, because some people may go, I don't want to display connections on my e-card. It's not my thing. And that's fine. When you go to My Connections, right at the bottom of the management area, this is where you can select, hang on, I don't want to show my e-card at all. Now if I say that, you'll see The moment I go back to my connection or my front of my card, my connections are gone. Nobody can access those connections because the person that owns the e-card has total control.
Okay, yeah.
They can also put it on the front or in the more information area if they want to make it less obscure. I like to put it on the front, and I can say, hang on, I want to call it View My Connections. So if I reload that, easy enough, View My Connections. So you can say
Okay.
my referrals. You can call that whatever you'd like to. The main thing though is, the moment you say, okay, I want to display this, add yourself as a referral immediately. The way the functionality works, it's confusing as for the system if there's nobody there and you say, hang on, I want to display somebody.
Yeah.
So all you do is you say add new connection. And from here, you can say, okay, who am I going to add? Let's say I've got a guy, John Russell. I don't know his mobile number. I'll check it up. 043. Great. So you just fill that information in. Now, two aspects that's important would be the mobile number and the email. And you'll see later on why that's a good thing to have. If they have a website, of course, yeah. Now, if they've purchased an e-card from you, because it's also a powerful tool to say, hang on, if you purchase an e-card from me, I'm happy to put you on my referral list. That way, I'm actually doing a lot of word of mouth advertising for you when I send out my e-card. But remember, if you put the e-card link in there, and let's say put Chris's there, it means that whoever opens that contact can also access and open their e-card. So it's up to you whether you want to list it there or not.
Yeah.
Okay, and let's say boat sales. Description, and whatever you want to put there. Great service, whatever. Now, with a referral status, I can say, I've had personal experience with this guy's service, or, sorry, I only know them by reputation. They've got a great reputation in the industry. Or, I know the person because he's a friend, or I've heard about them because of word of mouth. At least that way, whoever looks at that connection of yours, know what experience or how you vouch for them. You vouch for them because they've got a great reputation. Oh, no, I've done work with him. He's a great guy. Okay. The moment I save that, it says your new referral was added successfully, and you can add another one. But let's not worry about that now. The next thing I'll quickly show you is how to edit that connection. So if you're gonna, hang on, somebody's information changes or anything like that, you can edit any one of your connections. I can go and say, that's John, I want to edit his information, great service and product, for instance. Now, the personal experience, I go, I only know by reputation. Fantastic. So it's very easy and quick to edit some of the things. You can also delete that referral out of your system if you don't want them there anymore, for whatever reason. It may be that the scores that they're getting or the feedback that they're getting goes to, let's say, a 3-star, and you think, maybe the quality of the service has changed since I've dealt with them the last time. I don't want a 3-star person with 3-star service on my e-card. Dang, you delete them out. Now, I know there's a lot of information here and a lot of functionality, and you don't have to use all of that. That's the model of the story. You just add them, if it's somebody you've done business with, and that's it. Okay, the next bit I'll show you in a minute. Because an important component of this is also, with connections, very often you'll bump into somebody that you don't know that well, or you may not even have their contact information at all. You may be in a conversation and say, gee, I'm renovating and I'm really looking for a good handyman. And you go, sorry to interrupt, but I have just a guy for you. I've used him before. Fantastic service. Yeah, what's his information? They immediately ask whether you can help me out. You just go to View My Connections. Now, at this stage, you haven't given them your e-card. They don't have your e-card or anything. So you tell them, let's say, Joe Blocks. Joe, I've got a guy that's a fantastic handyman. His name is Henry. He's on my e-card. I'll forward my e-card to you, and then you can find all this information there. Is that okay? Sure. This is the catch. Now, I want to refer Henry to Joe Blocks. So I just tap Refer. Now remember, I don't have Joe's information. So I say, Joe, what's your mobile number? You grab his information because this is going to be stored in your database. And they may say, okay, whatever their mobile number is, email, give you their email. You can even get comments from them and say, listen, Joe, is it okay if Henry gives you a call in a couple of days if he hasn't heard from you? And Joe may go, yeah, it's okay. Oh, no, I'll call him. Whatever. You can say, can call Joe in 2 days. Bang. Okay? You save it. The moment you save it, you can now notify Henry that you've referred Joe to him, and immediately you can pass on your e-card also to Joe. Now, because you're in front of Joe, you're probably going to first pass your e-card on to Joe. Because this is on computer, I'm not going to try and SMS it, but you can email it or SMS it. Because, hey, you got Joe's phone number, you can send it straight to him from there, or you can email it. You click it, and guess what? It automatically brings up your email client, and it says, okay, that is the address, email address, Joe's email address, and it says, hi Joe, I've just referred Henry Lancaster to you. To access his information, tap my e-card link below and go to View My Connections. Here you'll find Henry Lancaster and all their details. My e-card link is bang.
Yeah.
At that moment, he'll get it on his phone, he can open it, load your e-card, and have access to Henry's information. At the same time, the moment that is done and it turns around, you go, okay, I'll quickly notify Henry. Bang, click that, and there's Henry's information. And it says, hi, I've just referred Joe to you for business.
Yeah.
The contact information is, I've added the following comments to their referral. Can call Joe in 2 days. Kind regards, Joe Breitenbach. Now that's a perfect referral in that you've notified the person that you've referred and the referee. Everybody's in the know.
Yeah.
But there's one benefit. You also captured there. If you go to your management area and you go to manage referrals, every referral you make, you capture the date of the referral, who you referred it to, the referee, and the status. Now the status and so forth, that is specifically added there for groups like B and I that want to manage the outcome of a referral. And if you're in a network group that wants to say, hang on, whether the business followed up from that referral and what the business amount was, all of that, the system even manages that. But at least, right from here, you have all the contact details of that person. It's captured in your system. So this is the referral tool. And I think it's sort of a concept of you digitize word of mouth, because whenever anybody's done a great job for you, you'll never lose the information and contact information again, and it gives you an opportunity to capitalize for yourself also on promoting somebody that does a good job.